Good evening. I can't hear you. I don't know. Ayo.
Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
yes. I've been saying good evening. I didn't see anybody here since. So I
Yeah,
was
so hi
wondering.
everyone. This is the IMA Samuel, and I'm glad I'm doing this with my friend Adejoke. So we'll be co-hosting, we hosting this segment today, and I'm very sure our guests are also prepared and ready. So you may want to quickly share this video right now, this live session right now with your friends. We want to quickly share the link so that they could join us. Why they could join us this evening? So we have two great men in this session today because these guys are big. They're big, and I'm excited because we're having people that are experts. Of course, Tech with Hero. We're always having segments with experts. We're always having people with people that are knowledgeable in their field, and today is not an exception. And we're having a very funny to some, but interesting to all. It's an interesting topic. Something that has to do with AI and developers. Fear versus reality. So yeah, I'm sure that you are excited already. I'm very sure you're excited already because this is something that a lot of developers have been having issues with. Will AI replace me? Will AI replace my work? What's the future of my work? Even in other field, designers, same issues. So we will be learning from these great people. Let them share their experience, and trust me, it's gonna be fun because it's us just chatting, just having fun. There's nothing serious. There's nothing serious. So quickly share this link, share it with your friends, let them join us right now at Tech with Hero. Like I said, my name is Oguyomi Ayomide, also known as the Ayomide Samuel, and I'm glad to be your host. So let me add to the stage these two fantastic men. I'm sure they have been waiting, and then finally we are doing this. Hi, hi Andrew.
Hi, hi, can you
Hello.
hear me?
Good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. Let me let my co-host do the intro. My beautiful co-host with the lovely smile.
All right. Thank you so much, Ayo. Thank you. And good evening, everyone. Adijoke Ogundipe. Then I have with me here, um, yeah, I'm some guys. It's so it's so good to be in the midst of everyone here. We have, yes, our guest today. So we have Yahoo, if I'm correct, right? Then I have Andrew. Yeah, so Andrew is a CEO of a tech company. They're not in Nigeria, basically in UK. That's lots. Then I was opportunity to talk to them, and also yeah, we'll be learning a lot like from them also. Then also here also is a co-founder also. So yeah, and when you talk about AI, when you talk about tech world, how to start your own company, then our main fear as developer is AI going to take over us. So yeah, so just put on your seat and let's hear from our co-host today, guest, and yeah, my co-host Ayomide. So welcome, Andrew, and welcome Hal. It's so nice to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, yes. Okay, so today, Ayo, I can have the floor, right? Oh,
Yeah.
it's fun to
So
talk
how
to
is it
them.
over there? Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
not sure of the pronunciation because
Yehor.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You just forgive me if I'm not getting the pronunciation right. Yeah. So and then we have Andrew. So let me just let's give you guys the floor. Just quickly, can just give us a backstory of how you got started. Who would like to go first? Just a brief backstory. Let's just hear from you.
Ihor can go first. Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us. My name is Yehor Timlyuka. I am software engineer with 3.5 years of experience. I have written a book, Your Journey to Fluent Python. I am a co-founder and CTO of Svatrix. And additionally, I work as a software engineer in Oxford, United Kingdom. And I do mentoring sometimes during my free time. And a big fan of tennis. That's it.
So my name is Andrei. I am the founder of Svatrix. It's a company that focuses on analytics, on web analytics, error monitoring, and stuff like that. I have around 3.5 years of experience in programming as well. I am fan of front end, back end APIs. I also like to talk about AI and stuff like that. And yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much, here, and thank you so much, Andrew. It's good to have you. So Andrew is a fan of tennis. That's good. I just
Yeah. So good to hear.
do you like long tennis or which? Do you do long
Andrew,
tennis?
me or
So
Andrew?
You said you love tennis.
Yes, I love tennis. I've been watching it for 10 years already and been playing for 2 years. And Andrew sometimes only during my request play with me because he loves me, but he does not like tennis.
I like winning, not necessarily tennis. When I lose
Eh,
in tennis, it's yeah,
so,
it's
but
hard.
Andrew, what do you do for fun? Do you do any other sports?
Sorry, what was that? Could you?
Like, what do you do for sport for fun? Any other sports?
Yeah. So I like. Well, I mostly play tennis as a sport with my friend here. I also like swimming in pools, and sometimes when I have some free time, hiking in the like going to the mountains, hiking. In Scotland, there are lots of beautiful mountains, hills, places like that.
Wow.
It's fun to drive there, to walk around, hike. That's it.
Wow. Awesome. Good to hear. It's so nice to hear that. So I have a couple of questions to start with, but then let's just start with um, you both sharing your perspective on the current state of AI in software development. How has AI impacted your workflow or the industry as a whole? So we can just start from there. So I don't know who would like to go first.
So I've AI. I've been using AI in development, playing around with AI since the GitHub Copilot was released. When it first released, they introduced it in a closed beta version, and it was fun to install it, to play around with it. And it is quite a helpful tool with doing some routine, mundane tasks, but I have not used it more than that because I believe that it's a nice tool which can help you automate some of the routine workflows, but most of the stuff like inventing actual solutions to some problems, you have to do it yourself. So yeah, that's my point of view.
Wow, awesome. So what are the AI tools you've used over the years? Like the common one, ChatGPT. I don't know if you use that too.
So I tried ChatGPT and Claude and the GitHub Copilot. These are pretty decent tools, but from my experience, at least, they mostly are not capable of solving some really complex and advanced tasks. But they
Mm.
are super nice when you want to like write a simple function in programming that will calculate something, for example, or a simple create, read, update, delete operation on an API. But other than that, it's not that helpful, in my opinion. And you, Yehor,
Okay,
what do you
just
think?
that's your opinion. Let's hear from you if he has the same opinion. But yeah, please, I don't want to hear since
It's
both of
fine.
you are friends. Okay, just be honest with us and let's hear from you.
Okay, today this will be very hot debates. We have absolutely controversial opinions. I
Also,
will, I will, I will say that I love AI. I'm a big fan of AI in general. I have been using it since release of ChatGPT, but I was interested in AI technologies much far earlier, even when I was at school. And I want to say the following things. I think it's a real threat, and the whole humanity should be aware of potential threat. And if you are asking me about current state of AI, it's not that good to overtake some jobs or do something really complex. What we should do, but it has progressed enough for the state to use it as a tool for now. And if we're talking about my work experience, I can clearly say that I use artificial intelligence very frequently for all things. I dived into some prompt engineering. I know how to interact with AI in general, and I can say 100% it's very helpful. And I'm a bit scary of its precise values, precise solution. Not many software engineers can do same what AI does right now. That's my point about AI in general.
so
Oh,
you are
that's
saying that AI is a threat.
Yes.
Wow. And Andrew, do you agree to that? Do you agree AI is a threat?
I do not think that AI, neither in the current state nor in the nearest future, it is not a threat, not to anyone, not to software engineers or translators or any other job. Not at this stage, and not in 10 years at least, I think.
Well, that's really nice. Seriously. So, how are we going to set a ground right now? Because we have two different opinion. So,
Yeah.
will you be the third? Who are you going to support? Are you supporting Andrew, or are you supporting? Who are you supporting here? Let's know.
So I think we need to like, I get the fact that okay, there might be a lot of fear around AI replacing developers, but what do you think this fear comes from? Like, do you believe it is justified? Like even the fear itself, do you feel it is justified?
Well, I can clearly say that current ICQ of ChatGPT is 155 points, and it is much smarter than majority of humankind. And it's being developed. AI is able to process large chunks, massive amount of data. We cannot process so much data as AI process. It's constantly developing and learning. I think I have watched a couple of videos and done some research. I think that according to Sam Altman, who is the founder of Chat OpenAI, we will be able to get AGI by 2029 years. So in 5 years, we will get absolutely very close artificial intelligence to humans in most of capabilities. It will be very close to us in 5 years. That's probably the threat because it's developing, it's getting much more data. It's has producing much more power to train this AI. It constantly develops and constantly learns from us, from human, by our content. And yes, that's a threat. That's my argument for now.
But don't you think that's helping in developing the world? I mean, these data that are being inputted, they are also inputted just to have like an advancement in the world generally. So, but why do you
Yes.
see that as a threat? Is it the fact that the information we are feeding them is too much, or you feel we are too we are thinking our way of thinking is too high, or where is the cap? Where should we put the cap to it?
Where should we put the cap on it? Could you ask this question again?
No,
Rephrase it somehow.
I'm saying that okay. Are you saying, since you are saying that this data that have been fed to this AI is at high rate, and then I feel that's where your fear is, that if this AI could get this amount of data and information, it could be a threat one way or the other in the nearest future. But don't you think that is the essence of technology, to make work faster, to make work easier, to bring advancement to the world? Don't you think we should embrace it rather than see that as a threat? Or where exactly should we put a cap to it? Where should we say this is the limit to this thing?
Mhm. I think from perspective of economy, it's not impossible to put a cap on it and regulate it somehow. We crossed that line where we were able to control the AI, and now everyone is chasing and putting more and more money into this technology to get this AGI. And I think no one will stop the development or regulate it somehow. It will reach its potential anyway.
I like the part you say it's real or rich with the potential
Yeah.
anyway. So let's hear from Andre. What do you think about this? Where do you think the fear is from? So
In
let's hear
my
from.
in my opinion, this narrative that AI will replace software engineering jobs or that AI is a threat to us, it mostly comes either from people who are not really experienced in programmers, like managers at different
As
companies, like project managers, product managers, and people like that. Or it also may come from people who are actively learning how to code, or who are not yet that skilled enough in programming, because so everyone in past every in past when like in the year 2000, there was an active a new thing developed called website builders, and basically website builders allowed people who are not familiar with programming like at all, they could create websites for them easily in like an hour, and that's it. They create it in under an hour, publish it, job is done.
yeah,
And
they could design
many
their own
people at
websites.
that time were scared that that these website builders will replace web developer jobs, but they
Mm-hmm.
did not replace them at all.
True.
It was a nice niche. It allowed some people who like who wanted to create a super simple websites like their portfolio, publish it, and that's it. It was not a real threat to web developers. There was also a thing actively forced on the internet. It's called Web 3.0, and it was supposed to replace Web 2.0. Many people hyped about it, like, wow, cryptocurrencies, blockchain,
True, true.
the internet will be gone.
Yeah.
It is, has its niche. It's true.
And it is still existing.
Many
Still have
people
our
want stuff on it, like NFTs. It's cool, but it's not a real threat to the internet, and so on. And now the new popular hype thing is AI. It also has its niche. That's true. It's super helpful for developers to automate ultra boring, routine, mundane tasks.
Yeah.
But it is not capable of creating, innovating, building software itself. It's good at writing code. It's good at automating stuff, but in my opinion, it's not capable of advancing the technological digital industry.
Well,
There are
that's
still humans needed for that stuff, and will
Awesome.
be future, in my opinion.
I saw you looking at you at first when you said for those who are not skillful enough. You was like, so I don't know.
I mean,
You wanted to add something to it. I guess at that point you wanted to add something to it.
I did not want to offend anyone. I meant that
I
majority
get
of
you.
people hype and panic, and they like they constantly write about it on social networks and create this bubble of panic among other people, other developers who were not even into AI itself.
He always humiliates me. Don't trust.
I actually support Andrew. Seriously, that's really a nice one because, like, AI is not here to shift like developers. Let me use that word, like to the side. I feel we are here to basically learn together. Like without human, the AI can't actually exist because we still have to like prompt it. That's why we have like prompt engineer basically. So AI is nothing without like developers.
Of
Let me just
course,
put it that
yeah.
way. Or let me say prompt engineer. You still have to give it command for it to I feel it's going to just help us like to be more productive. Do you get? So yeah, that's really nice. Then yeah, thanks, Andrew. Thank you so much. And I support, yeah. So
So let's just see now.
Thank
You start picking sides. My host has started picking sides.
yes,
Going with Andrew stuff. Don't worry,
but
me,
no,
I'm still gonna be playing the devil's advocates. I'll just be in the middle. I don't know which one is right or not. So it's still for me to hear from both sides. But you're already looking like you are agreeing to what Andrew is saying. He's looking like you're
yes,
agreeing to what Andrew is saying.
it's shifting
I
to
can
our side.
comment.
I'm expecting you to say no, that's not right, that's wrong. This should be a threat to you. Don't you think that you need more people, you need people to get this work done? Don't you think replacing having Web3 is gonna reduce other people's work, that people that are already familiar with Web2? So I'm expecting something like that from you. What do you have to say?
I can comment out. Wix took a very large. I just googled Wix capitalization is 9 billion USD, which actually took some share of work from developers because people start using constructor sites. I agree that AI in the current stage is not capable of replacing human, but I can say that you can learn faster with AI. For example, I can make lots of architecture helping with AI, describing what I need. And currently, in the current state, I didn't say that it will replace in a year. I said we need 5 or 10 years for that.
Studying the
Uh,
patterns.
yes, I'm not scared right now. I'm scared for the future, actually. And without human, AI is not. But I can say clearly that lots of big companies have automated their processes, and everyone heard about layoffs. So less positions are on the market, and it was directly impacted by AI. I know that Andrew will say that it is not impacted by AI, but there was a research study that actually Google is going to automate majority of his job. They even laid off Python engineers a couple of months ago because people you need to pay a lot of money to people for to get
That work
this.
will be done.
Yes, and with AI, the reduce amount will be much less, and companies will be moving towards that direction. Yes, my
True.
point.
So
No,
it's more like the AI is now helping them to
save
spend
of
less
course.
for the company, to
Yeah.
save for the company, rather than having a lot of people doing that task. AI is just gonna be the one to do it, and you just the cost is just based on it's just pushed to the AI itself and not to the people. But I know
No,
Andrew is still looking like no, I don't think
he
this
doesn't
should
want to
be
support
I don't think
that.
this should be it. So, but okay, would you like to ask them any question right now?
Yes, I would actually like to ask, like with AI, like the future of AI, do you think we have limitation? Does AI have like any limitation right now? Because I know that AI has been since like let's say 1986. I'm not sure of that year, but it's been before now. Do you guys just like now that people are what's it called getting used to AI basically. AI has been like, from the terms of like building either like small robots, cleaning robots, that and that. So do you think that there is limitation to artificial world itself? So who's going to go first? So yeah.
Andrew?
I can comment on that. Yep. Um, in my opinion, yes, there is a limitation to what extent the AI can be developed and improved. It cannot be improved indefinitely. There is not going to be like super giga ultra intelligence in 100 years and so on. There is a limit. There is a limitation to what we can evolve the AI. And an important factor to consider in this question is the hardware limitation, because AI itself, it takes huge amount of processing power to train. It takes a lot, like thousands of hours of time to train an AI that is the same scale as the GPT 4.0, for example. And
Okay.
it takes lots of processing power needed to let people ask AI some questions and for the AI itself to generate answers. It's very, very costly process. And in my opinion, we either already reached this limitation or are going to reach it in the nearest future, because we do not have that much processing power. It's very expensive to buy thousands of NVIDIA GPUs, for example, to train AI on it. And it's also super expensive to let millions of people like write questions to the chat GPT itself and for chat GPT to generate answers. I may be mistaken in that one, but as far as I remember, OpenAI, it's not a profitable company. It is actually actively losing money because of how much it costs for them to like run this free GPT chat, for example. And the way they still exist is because of how many millions and billions of dollars investors and companies like Microsoft invest into this company, because it's AI, it's super hyped up subject, and many people want to put their money into it, even if it's like not possible, at least at the moment, to create super intelligence, which will be cheap enough for massive use by people around the world.
Mm.
Um, so
Wow.
yeah, so to conclude, there are limitations, and in my opinion, we already reached them.
Awesome,
Okay.
awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Actually, awesome. But sorry, I want to say like now you were like to train them. There are different type of AI. We have supervised and unsupervised learning. So the unsupervised one learn on its own. Basically, it doesn't need like a lot of yeah. I know they still feed on data, but with time they tends to like learn on their own. It's just like one robot now. I think the robots. I'm going to use a she for her, but it is a like robot basically. She gained citizenship of, is it Dubai or something? The first robot, Jiga. Right now, I can't remember her name. So that's like a, what would I say, human like model built already, and it is AI. Looking at that, I think there's the future for like robots, like AI beyond ChatGPT. Yes, ChatGPT might have like, that's why there is ChatGPT 4.0, right? So I think there's still more. Yeah, there might be limitation, yeah, that and that. But I feel with unsupervised learning, AI is going places. That's my own like point of view though. Then I support yours. So which is actually nice. So yeah, thank you. Then I can't wait to hear from you. So yeah. So,
All right. We're already having some questions already in our comment section. So let me just quickly read some of them because a lot of them are already fighting me for not attending to them yet. So somebody is saying, Andrew and you, do you they think that AI replacing humans is morally okay? Take for example, AI drawing pictures based on the real drawings made by people without giving any credit. So
Um,
okay, the
Ihor, you
question.
want to answer that?
So
I
you
can,
can.
or I can answer it now.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, AI replacing humans is not morally okay. Uh, like, we are humans, of course, we will say that it's not morally okay. And the example of AI drawing pictures based on the real drawings, it's also 100% not morally and ethically okay, unless the painter gives like rights to do that. Um, and yeah, and also to add to that, the ChatGPT itself, they trained. What they did is not morally okay because they actively scraped the internet. They actively scraped thousands of books on the internet, thousands of forums, and they used other people's content, other people's ideas, and they compressed all of that data into their AI, and now like put a paywall behind that and let like sell this AI to other people. And this example with letting AI taking pictures taking drawings of people, it is actually happening right now, but not necessarily with drawings, but with text content from the internet, from the books, from the articles, and so on, without they do not without necessarily asking like authors of such books and articles for like permission to do that.
I think this is one of the things that people like you are fighting for. You know, he's saying that this is a threat already because how would you peel some of these things and not give credits to the owners or to the authors? You know, there's a way at which it's like theft, you know, digital theft. And I think you is advocating for advocating against that. What do you have to say to that, you?
I agree that it's morally unacceptable. It should be regulated under the government. I think any AI composition is created with the data which human provided. So I agree with this point.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan AI. I'm just saying that it might be a threat for us. I think that human nature is absolutely unique. We are all unique. We are all smart, and anyway, wait.
This is an expression of our smartness too. Because I mean,
yeah.
years back, I don't think anybody would have thought that there would be a topic concerning AI.
Mm.
And now we are having a topic that has to do with AI, meaning that someone has been able to think about it, has been able to bet it, and yeah, everybody's talking about it. So, and I'm sure there are people in there already creating one thing or the other, developing one thing or the other in the advancement of this AI. Because every day by day we keep getting new updates, latest updates, new
Yeah.
improvements, AI stuff. But as we are getting these improvements, people are excited. People like Andrew are already excited that wow, this is cool. This
Yes.
is but people like you are like, looking at the future of this thing, it's gonna cause harm. Bro. It's like you is like a prophet here right now, telling us that this is going to cause harm and we are not listening or we are listening. I don't know. But let's go to the next question. Yeah. Okay, somebody also asked. I'm trying to see if I have more questions here. Okay, while I'm searching for more questions, can you just Adijoke, I don't know if you have any question yet.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I want to ask that, like, as we have like AI now, like, how do you think it's going to help developers or basically junior ones that are just going into tech? You know, they hear about, oh, there's ChatGPT, it can help them code. Then how can we not depend totally on, like, I mean, the junior developers? How can they not depend totally on AI, but also learn on their own, also by using the tools to enhance their productivity? So how can they like do that? Thank you.
I
So
can answer
anyway,
this question.
yeah, go
Um,
ahead.
ChatGPT really helps you with learning. It's like a big Google right now. You can ask anything him and have a conversation in real time mode. And I personally learned lots of new things with ChatGPT. I do not frequently Google, but if I'm going to learn a new technology, I learned Kubernetes full with ChatGPT, and you can ask a question like a real tutor. Just imagine that real tutor in front of you, and all junior developers, when they do not know something, when do something is not clear to them, they can ask, get the direct answer, they can clarify their answer, and get the exact response. I think that's it.
And I
Oh,
think it's still in development because right now I can't trust ChatGPT with any math related questions. For now, I don't think I can because I've tried
why?
asking some math related questions and thank God that I'm not dull. I could I could literally just carry a pen and paper and say, come here, ChatGPT. Let me teach you. This is not this is not the correct answer. This is the correct answer because but then we know we already mentioned that this thing has seen improvement. So
Yeah,
all the details might not be fully correct, but I still feel in as much that AI is providing solutions or giving answers to developers, we should also be smart. I think that was what Andrew too was also saying. We should also be smart. We should try and develop ourselves, try and equip ourselves with right knowledge so that even when he's providing the wrong thing, you could tell that is this right? Will this work? Will this not work? Yeah.
yeah, that
Do you
really
have any
helps.
other question, Andrew?
Oh, okay, yes. My other question is going to be like, what are the tools you can suggest for the like upcoming guys into like tech, and like, I mean, those that are still looking at, okay, so I'm thinking of becoming a software developer, I'm thinking of becoming a Python, guru in Python. So what do you think they can start with? Because some people have like issue on the step they can take. So, what would be your advice on how they can kickstart their career in software development?
That's my answer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
anyone can. Yeah.
That's a great idea. First of all, if I were start from the beginning, I would go to the roadmap.sh. It's an amazing site. There is everything listed what you need to know. I would start learning Python by video courses. I like video and books, but more I prefer books. I would. It's not an advertisement of my book. I would go to step by step topic. Think about ideas, think about what you want to do programming for, and if you have a problem, you will solve this with knowledge. You will be trying to solve this with knowledge you get. So roadmap.sh, having a specific problem, learn basics, and trying to apply it on practice. And that's it. That's the answer for how to become a
Oh,
software
yeah, that's really nice. If I get like start from basics, like understanding the whole basics, then go with books, learn from like mentors, like tutorials, then practicalize whatsoever you've actually learned. And that's really nice, seriously. So like even with all this like information, the startup guys have that, or they know that okay, yeah, they have to what's it called, but some are still like afraid that oh, how like with when you go to Google, there are a lot of information out there just calling you this. Like, is there like something like we can just like say okay, like a step-by-step guide we can introduce them to that? Okay, fine, you are going to software develop, just get this link and be fine. Is there something like that? Or I know you said you have your book, so I'm trying to ask if that's like possible. You get so yeah. I don't know if you get my question.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Oh, okay. So yeah, you made mention of some steps they can take in becoming the dream software developer, basically. So I'm saying like, is there like going online here? Most people get lost in like the materials they're going to use when you start with, let's say, Python, basic of Python. Then you see another that person telling you, oh, become guru in Python. You leave the first one, you move to another one. So I'm saying like, is there like a guide, basically like a step by step link that once they get there, they have like, this is the link I used to become Python from junior to senior GK. So that do you have something we can actually introduce to our junior developers, whereby it
Yeah,
can guide them? Yes.
sure. I can share my book. I think it's ideal for anyone, not even junior developers.
Okay.
And you can follow the whole book. It's absolutely free on GitHub, and
Oh,
it's detailed roadmap, step by step. 500 pages in this, 1,000 hours in writing, and this is everything what's needed, not only in perspective of Python. I tried to outline what's real. Oh my God, where's my camera? Sorry. I tried to outline what software developers should know, some things like testing, software development lifecycle, and you can just follow the book and don't forget to ask ChatGPT about advices, not only Googling. And me, that's it.
okay. Thank you so
Is the
much.
book accessible there?
Sorry?
No,
Is the book
it's
accessible? Do you have the physical book, or is it
okay.
um digital format?
It's in MD formats, it has a PDF, and it has Amazon.
Okay.
Amazon is the paid version, but on GitHub it's free in PDF and MD files.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Okay. So how do we get the book again?
Just follow the link we sent. It's under GitHub. It's a GitHub repo.
Okay. Okay. So I guess probably at the end of the session, we would also try and add it to the video. So in case anybody would like to get. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
thank
Awesome.
you too.
I
Then
just
also I
wanted
want
to
to
comment.
ask. Okay, go on, please, Andrew.
Just
Go on.
wanted to comment on that. Your advice for junior and like people who want to learn programming to use ChatGPT. What I wanted to add that people who are using ChatGPT to learn should do it extremely carefully, especially with tools like GitHub Copilot, which when you are writing some code, they auto-complete it for you on the fly. Like you started writing some function, and they will automatically write line by line for that of that code, that function for you. And for people who are just learning, just starting to learn to code, it's extremely important to learn the basics, to understand what the code that they write actually does. Because when you rely on tools like GitHub Copilot, it is extremely easy to start writing the code which you don't actually understand like at all, but you will think that you do understand this code, and in practice you will be a worse programmer than you could be if you would be learning this step by step from scratch. And so just to add, tools like GitHub Copilot, they are perfect for for automating boring tasks, and they are perfect for more experienced developers who know what the generated code does, but they may be harmful for learners, and that they should use it with caution, in my opinion.
Oh yes, about Copilot, absolutely agree. Copilot, do not use Copilot. Use ChatGPT instead. ChatGPT can explain you the parts of code you don't understand and try to enhance them.
Okay.
All right. I think it's a question here already. So Vogel is saying that given that ChatGPT was mostly trained on the post from Reddit and the audience there is quite specific, do the guests think that an AI made by humans can provide unbiased and objective answers only?
Mhm.
I'd like to answer that question. I
Go ahead.
think that AI is extremely biased because there are more, like, for example, most of let's imagine that many websites say that JavaScript is an amazing language, and some of the smaller amount of websites say that JavaScript sucks and that you should use Python instead. And AI that trained on this data, they will see that the majority of people say that JavaScript is great, and it will be biased towards JavaScript, and it will provide answers that, yeah, you should use JavaScript, you should not use Python and other languages, for example. This is not a real life case, it's just an imaginary example. And the same applies to many other topics. Like Reddit, they are known to be like they are known to be like politically, they have some opinions. They have some opinions on different topics, and if AI uses this subgroup of people to train on, it will also be biased, extremely biased on some questions. And yeah, so in my opinion, AI is biased and is not really capable of objectively answering questions because it's not trained, it's censored, it's not trained on all of the data, and rightfully so. That's, yeah.
Awesome,
Oh,
awesome. So before we give you the chance to talk right now, if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you need to do so right now. And if you are yet to share this video link to your friends, you have to do so right now because Andrew and you are already sharing awesome words already, and you are learning from them. You know, fantastic people, and learning from their wealth of experience. It's not easy to hear these words from someone who has written a book already like you, and someone who is also a CEO like Andrew. So hearing that perspective it has a way of influencing and motivating in order to equip yourself with right knowledge, because Andrew already said for you to use AI, you also need to make sure that you know the basic. You need to learn the basic, and you also agree to that, and also make a reference to a lot of amazing words already, amazing things already. And I feel everybody needs to hear this. If you're a tech person, just needs to listen to this, hear this, and because this cut across every industry. It's not just software
yeah.
development. You know, I'm a designer. I'm not even a software developer, and I could relate to what my organs, my gurus, the gurus are saying. The experts are saying as software developers. So, yeah. So you have to share this video, subscribe, yeah, to Tech with Hero. Sorry, Joke,
Okay.
let me alive.
Okay, so I want to say, you guys should not forget to, just like I already said, you guys should click the subscribe button and don't forget to like and share. So also, and I would like to say thank you so much, Andrew. Also, if I want to become a CEO and co-founder, so how am I going to do that? As let's say like I'm talking to like let's say like people that are just new in tech or people that want to start their company. What would you like advise them to actually put in place to have their own company running? And I know you guys are at UK. So for people that want to jackpot, what would be your jackpot means like they want to like run away from Nigeria to come and meet you guys. How do you like think they can go about it? So yeah, that's the final question. Thank you. So yeah, is it Andrew? Anyone can answer?
So the question is and to give an advice to people who want to start their company to run business.
Yes.
Um,
To the future CEOs.
so I want to say that they should totally start doing their business. It's super fun. It's great. If they're thinking about launching a startup, doing something, they should do it right now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it now. It's super fun. You'll love it. As for company, I would not really uh, like think about it that much. At the early stages of building a startup, you should focus on your product. You should build an MVP, launch it, get first user, and then you should care about companies and stuff like that. There's nothing really else to advise. Just do it. Just start building your stuff. Maybe Jorge has something to add.
I can
Oh,
say that you need dedication, you need a great team to start. You can do anything alone. You have to delegate responsibilities, you have to solve business problems, architectures, and find a great team who you love and respect each other, and you will reach success. I guess that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So I have another question here. We've talked about the disadvantages, talked about the other side of AI. So, but we need to also talk about this ethical, like what ethical considerations should we keep in mind as AI becomes more integrated into the software development process. So I think this is something that could help the audience to do better, because when you know better, you do better. So what do you have to say? So what do you suggest to being an ethical consideration, to keep in mind as AI becomes more integrated into the software development process?
Is it a question to me or
For
you?
me,
Yeah, anyone. I would love to hear from both sides. Like, what do you think to you right now? What are the ethical considerations? What do you do? What are the ethical things that you do, to ensure that um you know that you keep in mind as AI become more integrated into the software development process? What are the things you do? Do you always ask AI to help you with checking for code errors, for bugs, if I'm correct? I'm using your terms right now. Do you? So we just want to hear how you use AI generally.
So to answer the question about ethics, um, if we want AI to be ethical, we should promote and push open source AIs, like Facebook's Llama, for example. This is a 100% open source tool that you can actually download yourself and run it on your computer. You can train it to be as biased or unbiased as you want. You can make it do any task, like write some code or summarize text and so on. And yes, if you're yeah, so in my opinion, this is an ethical AI, and if there will be a super intelligence in future, this is how it should be: open source, available to everyone, and free. And tools like OpenAI or Claude or Mistral, sorry, Mistral, I think it's open source. So basically, OpenAI, it they you don't know what they do with your data. If you put some code in it, they will likely use it to train even AI even further, and they will happily send this code to someone else. And yep, they use your data to train their systems on, and you pay for that. If you pay for a premium subscription, they will still use your data. So it's not how AI should be. It should be free and open source, and that's how it can be ethical when people actually can verify what this AI does.
Awesome, awesome. So, what do you think there needs to be considered? From the loopholes we have already in this AI. What do you think, like probably other developers, people that are working on AI right now, what do you think they need to improve on? They need to consider. Right now, I think Andrew mentioned this picture AI that Google was working on, or they've started working on. Where you could take a picture. If probably two people could take a picture, and there's a way at which it is being done. It's so fascinating, whereby you don't necessarily need to call a stranger to take a picture of three people. You could have the same frame while the other person takes a picture out of the frame. I don't know how best I can explain it if we don't go on YouTube right now or internet right now to watch the video. All right, so it's just the latest development from Google, and I think Andrew, one way or the other, mentioned that's why he was talking. So, what are the? This is just to show that some developments are coming in. A lot of things are being developed already. So, what do you think? As this development is going on, what do you think is like? What are the ethical considerations that you feel they need to put in mind? Do you think in terms of transparency, in jobs displacement level, just one or two, just let us know.
We need to cautiously select data. There was actually interesting Twitter post I saw that Gemini was recommending to add some glue to the pizza to make it sticker better. And it's a problem of pre-processing this data. We need to define based on moral humanities, based on moral things we have in humanity, like don't kill, don't hurt anyone. We need to cautiously select the training data for this AI. That's what I can tell about ethical consideration.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. I think somebody's asking you right now. Has anyone used Home 3D? I don't know what's that. Have you used that?
I've never heard of it,
The
but we'll
slide is
check it out
that
after the.
an AI to anyways, yeah, so but I would like to ask this final question, which is what are your advices? What would you advise to, like a final note on this topic? Probably to cost balance, to cause trouble, or just to, provoke thought. So let's hear from you, like a final note to this as we wrap up.
Develop, constantly develop, learn something new, be versatile, be smart, interact with people, don't let technology capture you, and everyone will be fine. I think not only in software industry but in the world in general.
Yes,
I
and
like that. Don't let technology capture you.
most importantly, don't be afraid of AI. If you want to do programming, go and learn programming. You will be a great programmer, and AI will not replace you. Not now, not in the future. It's 100%. No need to worry about.
That's nice.
Yeah, Andrew already said that I'm not yet to hurt anyone. Whatever I'm saying is not to hurt anyone. So when he was saying, don't be afraid of AI, he's just saying don't be afraid of AI. So please don't be afraid of AI. So Adejoke, do you have anything on this as a
Okay,
wrap up?
so yeah, I want to say thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much, yo. like for joining us today. It's so nice having you guys on board, and it's been a nice one talking about AI and you know telling us your point of view on AI, and really it's been amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for
Yeah, thank
having
you so
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So since we have I guess our guys, are you guys watching Premier League? Are you
Watching
watching
what?
Premier League? Are you watching Premier League?
Premier
Football.
League,
Football. I guess you is not a football fan. You just love tennis. Please, let's leave it with this.
Premier League. You mean the Europe
Yes, is it European?
Euro 20?
Yeah, Premier League. So you're not a football fan either.
Uh, Not that much, but
Premier League,
sometimes
sorry.
the Euro
Okay.
2024 and so
Okay,
on.
I guess it's just code, and swimming because you mentioned swimming earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And for you, it's code and tennis. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was
Thank you,
really
guys.
nice having you. It was really nice having you. I enjoyed the conversation and nice seeing your own thoughts, your perspective towards AI. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that our guests, our audiences too, they enjoy themselves and they learned one to quite a few from what you said. Yeah. So bye guys. Bye you. Bye Andrew.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
coming.
Thank you, guys.
It
Bye.
was great. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
So, Adijoke, thank you, my co-host, my awesome co-host. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Jared. I don't know.
this
My
is just
network was then
yeah,
was
boys, cool. This is just to say that to those out there that are watching us right now, who are still yet to subscribe to Tech with Hero, you have to do so right now. We are always dishing out amazing content, amazing information for techies every weekend like this or any other day. Bringing in experts from different industries to sharing from their own wealth of experience on how we can improve ourselves as a tech person or latest information, latest gist, latest news in tech space. And this can only be possible if you are part of Tech with Hero, probably our
Hero.
community, probably being part of community or being a partner too. So you might want to sponsor us, want to, just say, oh, I have a gift for one of your guests. You are free to just slide into our DM and yeah, we welcome that. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Adijike, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so let me see if I can end this with the music, if that is possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
He said that I blow his mind every time I'm activated. You just trying to catch a vibe. He said
Yeah,
that you
so
fascinated.
let's just roll the way we do every Saturday or every other day.
Tell you lies. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, what it is. How we roll. You know what it is, what it is. That's just how we roll.
I guess I'm not forcing you to dance right now.
What it is.
I don't know.
How we roll.
How we roll.
Yeah. Top off summer in the wind. You look at me like that, it can we make another kid.
All right, guys.
Get my
Bye,
heart
guys.
under bid.
See you around.
Never had to for you, I would do a bid. And I can tell that you're ready. 3, 2, 1, it's going down like confetti. Water 10 to 1 shots again. If we do it on our phone, promise that we're gonna trend.